So in this video we've got a road to the first mark in the Western Alliance Era 1 Tier 1 M46A1. So in this one we're on Fred Run, going up towards the hill I like to go. We've got the normal spawns, I suppose these are. So yeah, just heading towards sort of the D7 area on that hill. I do find that a really good position to be. So the equipment I'm using is camo net, rapid loading and vertical stabilizers. I'm using the camo net just because it's a silver thing, really. I did want to put the optics in, but just simply did not have the silver at the time, so I put the much cheaper camo. Not too sure what this one's doing. It blocked my ally and then now blocking me again. I don't know. Yeah, so remember that. That cost us a good few seconds, and that does put us out of position. I do like to play my games on a bit of a knife edge where sort of every second counts, and being held up like that by your ally, yeah, not good. But so yeah, just coming up here, I feel as though if we weren't held up by my ally, we'd be sort of cresting this hill already and going up behind that hill and getting shots in already. But fortunately, don't know what it was doing. Yeah. So yeah, we do get a spot on this tank here. Go through right at the turret with the heat rounds. This was before they did. I'm not too sure what they did with the heat rounds. I think they made it. They made the armor sort of absorb it more, so they're absorbed more often. So I usually just fire the standard now. Got this face hugging T44 that goes for my cupola by the look of it. If you are fighting one of the Western Alliance tanks and you're in that situation, just reverse and aim for the hole, because he was doing exactly what I wanted him to do. I wanted my turret right in front of his face. This one, don't do this, it's just stationary, so I put one round in, put another one in. Now it's realised that it's actually coming under fire. So again, we're just coming up this hill, just seeing some tanks coming around this corner. They've pushed this hill really strong. They seem to have lemon trained around here, which is good for me. I'm in a hold down situation. Yeah, ally, I'm not too sure either of us really could have done anything in that situation. But this one's poking the corner. So I've got two allies there. I'm going to let them deal with it. I'm not going to sit there and hard aim where he's going to poke. So just keeping my turret over there just to see what it does. Going back over to this little rock. This rock's quite good. Just shooting down that valley and onto here, because they obviously feel quite secure. They must feel as though they've got lots of allies to their right and feel that they can poke out and go across this field. But in this position, they're not going anywhere with me here. We're already up to 2,200 damage. Just want to get a kill shot on this one, but our ally shuts it down, which is fine. Got this top tier M48 here, and he puts a big shell into us. Looks like he went through the gun mantle. I'm thinking we got to win this hill now. That tank, top tier, hold down. I'm not going to win that fight really. Come back up to take another shot. Seems to be exposing his lower plate, so I'm not gonna pass up a shot on his lower plate. Seeing if I can see him. I can't. Feel as though I'm going to get sniped from somewhere, so I back round. So yeah, at this point I'm kind of thinking they're going to be. I'm not too sure which way they're going to be storming round. I'm hoping they're going to carry on going around the base of this hill, so I can come around this way and just put shots into them. But that M48 is still there. So just going to put a shot in a minute. Not too sure. That was more of a shoot and hope. Unfortunately, reverse into our ally there, but we still haven't won the hill. Get a shot in this. This object 165 YOLO's getting into the lower plate, puts a shot in. I have been noticing, and then this tank feels as though we're completely distracted. We're not, you know, we've reloaded, we've identified the danger. I'm seeing it more on Cold War, that I think people are playing it a lot like they're going after kills. They're concerned with their kill-death ratio. So, as you saw with the Object 165, I think he was just coming over thinking I was an easy kill. It didn't work out for him, but you really do want to be dealing damage. Here, not too sure what I was doing. I was trying to see if I could get onto this rock here, but I couldn't. So I'm just going to stay here. I'm completely exposed because of how I'm angled. They could actually just go through the roof of my tank like that. So I don't really want to be here. And at some point you'll notice that I struggle for gun elevation. Do put another shot in, but I think at some point we do end up just sliding back down. So here, just, yeah, not too sure. Put a shot in, up to 3,000, and then here, just, yeah, just sliding. 3,600 damage. Got 1,000 assisted, which is good. Something's looking at us. I think it's that one. I take a snapshot more in panic than anything. I am a one shot unless they low roll, but I'm not going to rely on RNG. Yeah, just, I'm not going to use that position again. I should have really just gone up the hill. I just wanted to see if I could get on that little ledge. So obviously not. So yeah, Allies shot it down. So we've now won this hill. Looks like the enemy team just got bored and decided to charge across in the open. They must have felt, as with the tanks earlier, they must have felt quite secure that there were so many of their allies around them that they could push, but it was me shooting them in the side, allies in front of them, just picking them off. Yeah, it's never a good idea just to charge across an open field. Doesn't matter how many allies you've got with you. Down to the last tank. It's down around their base area, so I'm just coming this way just to see if it sort of tries to escape coming up this way. So yeah, Fred Van, I always go D7. It doesn't matter where I spawn. If I spawn in the southeast or the northwest, that's the area I will go to. From the southeast, it's more of a you've got only one realistic route to go up, and that's the route they were taking up. There's a road that goes up that way. If you try and go up another way, you're liable to get hit by tanks around sort of E4 and sort of C5 area. Whereas from the northwest, you've got a few more options. You can go up where I went up, which just more avenues to go up, and you've got more cover. You can get onto the hill faster. But in this one, they really did push that hill. And yeah, I just think they just got overconfident. I think they just thought it was numbers, and as you saw, someone threw their tank away, I believe, just to try and get a kill. Ended up getting killed themselves. So always go for damage. I know it might be tempting to go for kills, but if you get lots of damage, the wins will come, the kills will come. Yeah, it's just 2 kills, but we get MVP. 3,800 damage. Always like to get the most direct hits in the game, so 23 direct hits, best in game, always good, kept the gun firing. And yeah, just the 2 kills, but lots of damage. So the second game is on Mannheim. This is by far my least favourite map of the Cold War maps, and I think it's probably one of my least favourite maps overall, to be honest. I suppose if you're in a heavy tank, super heavy tank in World War II mode and you get this map, yeah, it's probably the best one you could get, but it's just you know, it's just block after block of, you know, apartments, offices, whatever it is. You've got this hill here, you've got the hill in the northeast where nothing really happens. The only thing I really like about this map is the overpasses, but again, you know, it's just, you know, you can play hold down on the overpass ramps and you can get shots down onto people brawling in the city blocks. But I always usually try and come over here or use one of the overpasses. So yeah, not a particularly good map. I'm not too sure where the standard spawns are, but we're in sort of northwest and southeast again. So on this way. I find that the team's kind of split up 50-50, but unfortunately we've got lots of base campers. Again, you're not going to win a lot camping the base, because to be honest, you're taking your gun out of the game, and by the time the enemy team get to you, yeah, you might get a couple of easy kills for your kill death ratio, but they'll be low health and they'll have a stream of reinforcements. If they've managed to beat your team, it's likely that they're going to have the numbers on you. So yeah, our team's now suddenly realised that they do actually need to push up. Looks like they were lemon training as well, across either one of the overpasses or under one of them. Got this M46A1. Just driving around, lighting us up, I suppose. Get another shot. I'm not too sure. I mean, I've watched this replay before, and doesn't attempt to fire the gun. Not even an R1, R2. Not too sure. Maybe he had auto resupply turned off accidentally. I'm not too sure. Got this tank here. I just cannot get the shot on it. Can just about see the back of the tank there. So take a shot, hit the building. I'm just going to turn my attention back down to whatever's circling around here. Our team are now pushing up. But that's actually, by the look of it, that's a different T44A doing the same. They weren't in a platoon or anything. It's just they decided to both of them to charge around. Got this tank coming down. Put one shot in. Sort of freezes. I think it must feel that 6 sensor's gone off or targeted's gone off, so he's not going to get hit. Looking around, seeing where he's being shot from. It's just actually making the shots easier for me because I can go into the side of his turret now. Put another shot in. Firing the heat still. Just want to get as much damage in as possible. 2 ricochets. A third one. It stops, thankfully for us. Aim this one. Just track him. So we'll get the kill shot, I assure you. And there we go on the 4th or 5th attempt. Just seeing if any other enemy tanks are coming down. Can't see any. Look like their lemon train has beaten our one. So I now think I'm going to have to go over. If I just stay here, I'm not going to get any more damage, and they're just going to swarm me. These rivers or canals, you can drive through those ramps. There's a good handful of them around the map. that you can use as hold down, and this is why I like these overpasses. Hold down almost on the overpass. So yeah, I think this one's just auto locking. Got this object 165. I just want to put a shot into the side. Even on 24 health, my team can deal with that one. I just want to put damage into this M46. Firing heat, just going straight through the turret. I'm moving up. I want to be hold down and then also use the actual overpass itself as cover. But I've come down, just moving up, just make it really difficult for him. Felt as though he was going to shoot, so I moved at the last second, but Hal was focused on me, so our allies were able to take him out. So yeah, this is the area I do like to go. Spot this T44A coming up. Don't think it's going to get the gun depression to make that that position work. So yeah, it goes down. So I know there's a T44 over there. There's these 3 tanks here. So 4 out of the 6 are lit up. You know exactly where they are. I just want to stay on this overpass though. I don't want to go down brawling. The hull on this is quite weak. They'll all just go through me auto locking. So I just want to expose the turret. So yeah, these overpasses, any spawn, any alternate spawns that they've got, the overpass, you can make it work. Shoot down on the T44A, we get the kill, so we're up to 2,200 damage. On a map I don't particularly like, really, to be honest. As I said, it's just city block after city block. It all sort of merges into each other. Both overpasses are as good as each other. And yeah, the river, you just use the ramps and hope that essentially someone is in that city block where you can shoot. But the hill's important in the southwest. Sometimes you'll get your entire team that will just camp that hill. That's not the best idea either, to be honest. But yeah, after a slow start, we've got a slow end, so we're just trying to find the last couple of enemy tanks. I feel as though, as usual, there'll probably be one of them camping their base, so I'm going over that way. But I'm thinking those 4 tanks ahead of me, they'll probably get there first, so I'm going to go this way, see if any of them are hiding up by the hill, see if they're going round to our base. And let those, I've got one that's following me now, but let those 3 go to the enemy base. So the real tactics of this map is just really to try and get hold down as much as you can, either on this hill, an overpass, and don't underestimate the overpass ramps. They're really good. They are really good. You can roll up to then use the actual overpass itself, as you saw, as cover. You can roll down, juke them, you know, do lots of things on those ramps. But they are the ramps themselves are only good for a little while. So don't. The situation I was in, don't just stay there, because you'll just be looking down in one, you'll be a small cone of fire. You don't want to be doing that. The only ramp that's really good is where my allies are at the moment. The overpass over there, there's a ramp there that if the enemy team are camping this hill, you can go on that ramp and they'll struggle to hit you, but you'll have hits on them. That's probably the strongest ramp, but again, situational. It depends on the enemy team camping that hill. So finally, both the enemy tanks are lit up near our base. We've got this full health T-54. Try and take a shot, but it doesn't work. And we've got this T-44. So yeah, just putting shots into this one. Go and hold down on this little hill. He misses, I miss. Feels like I can easily out reload him. Just duck behind this hill. So I know he's loaded, but I can take a shot. But my ally shuts him down. So T-54, it's now decided to charge. Gets tracked, aiming for the lower plate. Got the heat in. Turns around, thankfully for me. And unfortunately, just rushed a shot. I was just aiming for the front drive wheel on that. Because I had the standard loaded. Just to try and track it in place to get some assisted. But unfortunately just got pushed back by our ally. So coming in second in that one. 3,900 damage. Again, most direct hits, 25 in that one. Always good to get. Yeah, second place and MVP on that one, had a really big game. So yeah, I'm on the M47 now. This video is obviously the 1 mark video, so I'm not too sure if I can be bothered really to free mark it. I did free mark the T-44A just because it was a place. The T-44A is a playstyle I don't usually play, sort of the Soviet, you know, low gun depression type of gun gameplay. So yeah, I'm not too sure if I'll free mark this one. Back on Fredvarn, we've got the alternate spawns now, so just thinking where the best place to go is. I'm thinking sort of the E4 area on that hill. Very cautious that they may have 1 or 2 tanks already up that hill and looking over, but feel quite confident now. We're on this little valley, just watching that ridge, so feel fairly safe behind this rock at the moment. So I think sort of when I'm going to go up the tiers, I think I'm going to use optics rather than the camo net. I think the optics would be more useful to spot enemies. So I'll spot that tank up, so hopefully I'll get some assistance, but we don't. Feel quite exposed on here, but I'm going to use these rocks here just so I can define the engagement angles. So I want to fight this one. I'm keeping that rock on my right hand side so nothing on my right can shoot. I feel quite secure that from behind the actual hill itself is covering at least a lot of me. We've got that rock as well. So after that's done, I've decided I'm going to engage this one. So again, I'm leaving that rock on the right hand side. The rock on the left, if anyone has gone round. Got this tank that's using the tree as cover. I think they both feel quite secure. They're not spotted until this one gets spotted. And again, just using the hill, I'm deciding what angle I'm engaged at. So come over this way. Just going to dip down here and just try and get a shot in. So I've just gone down that dip, so now I feel quite secure that no one's going to shoot me from behind, and I just ricochet something. So feeling that this position is not working, drop back to make sure that rock is there, set the T-44 on fire. So as you can see, I've got a rock to my left to cover me from those 2 on that corner, and the rock on the right. But now getting shots behind, as I said, I came out of the cover and I took a shot for it. Luckily it didn't penetrate, but putting shots into these tanks, I really don't want them pushing. I think if they win this area, I've noticed that tank's got one mark on the barrel, so that's the focus. That T-44 is the focus out of those two. It's on lower health as well. That's the only thing with getting marks for excellence. If someone notices it, you might get targeted. So coming back up into this position, they're still there, so they're playing nice and predictable for me, which is great. So again, just reiterate, I've decided I'm going to engage this way, using the rocks on my right hand side to cover my side, and just using the rock on the ledge for hold down and to drop behind when I'm on the reload. It's now retreated, it's obviously seen the position I'm in, put a shot in, it's gone unspotted, just put another shot in. See if I can pixel snipe. I can't. But now I'm looking, we're pushing the enemy base quite hard, we're winning 12-5. Looks like this hill has served its purpose, isn't really of much use. Come down here, get a shot in, team finishes off. Got this tank, get the kill, and now we're just charging the last two. So they were, it looked like they were in a platoon, these two that are on this corner. Unfortunately for them, they just got stuck there. They couldn't do anything with me on that hill, so they couldn't push this way. They've now decided they're going to try and push around this rock. Yeah, it's 11-2, and 11-2. That's the trigger for people to cap. So yeah, I think they do need to at least do an article on their website, Wargaming, just to, or put it in as one of the tips on the loading screen, just to say, you know, capping gives you less XP. I think that's all they need to say, and then people will make the decision if they want to cap or not. But yeah, 19 direct hits a game, always nice to get that as best in game. Nice bit of damage, 3,700, get MVP. Yeah, I mean, we were in a really strong position. And that was the first mark game as well. So yeah, really good little tank. That's quite a nice starter tank. You just need to use it hold down. So that just means in that replay you've just seen, just using ridges, rocks, bits of the hill, just to keep the actual hull of the tank hidden, and that you're only exposing the stronger turret. Use the gun depression as well on that one. Just try and shoot down on enemies, and yeah, you'll have good games. So yeah, hopefully that was useful, and yeah, just hopefully you picked up a couple of tips how to play the M46.